This video is sponsored by True Gold Republic, the precious metals experts. Talk to one of their experts today about diversifying your portfolio to help assure your future financial security. Find their contact information in the description below and pinned in our first comment. All right, James Kaufman, World News Report today. Again, James Kaufman, World News Report today. Hey, CR. It is June 25th, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having some tornadoes today. Looks like we're hitting Iowa and Nebraska currently here. And so far, there's been no damage whatsoever. Talk about some lucky stuff. Nothing. These are obviously oil pads here. Nothing is going on. With all these tornadoes today, 10 tornadoes in the past since 4:32, ladies and gentlemen. With all this going on, not one property damaged, and this is right out of Des Moines, Iowa, and nothing occurred. No property damage. They all jumped over Des Moines. It's absolutely unbelievable. Hey, God bless you, Nathan Adams. You know I'm keeping it up as long as they'll let me. They tried to kill me once or twice already, but I fight back. So, ladies and gentlemen, 10 tornadoes on the ground, and we have some tornadoes currently on the ground. And the reason I'm on is because Teresa, one of our very best subscribers that reads for us every night, is actually caught up in this crap. I don't know why I have this up. That's why. This is happening right near Davenport. And I believe that she lives near Clinton. Part of the reason I have this up. So today's forecast covers, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, into Illinois, and Nebraska. So it's going to be moving into Wisconsin here and into Iowa right now. And we are going to watch this. This is tomorrow's forecast. It's very similar, which is very strange. But look at all the lows that they want to put blue marks on and name highs. We all know that these are not highs. These are subtropical lows. We saw them come around. We see the way they're spinning. So we know they're subtropical lows, period. Day 3, it looks like PA and a little bit of maybe New York's going to be hit. So currently, we just had a tornado on the ground here in Davenport. We'll update this. And it looks like it actually came up off the ground. Now these are all supercells here in a row here. And see if I'm missing anything. I don't think I am. Wow, we have supercells. I think we have a tornado on the ground. Is that a tornado? No, it's flash flood. We're seeing Texas, Oklahoma City, Kansas, and then look, all the way through Nebraska. It's going to be South Dakota, into Iowa, and then into Illinois. We have all these supercells. We had a tornado on the ground seconds ago. These supercells will become a tornado again. These are all headed towards Des Moines. And I will show y'all, they're kind of headed due east with a tint of, south. And these are very powerful tornadoes, if you'll please note. We're in this area here. Yes, you're right. But Missouri is really not as bad as some other places as we speak. We're really looking more at Iowa, Illinois, and Nebraska even South Dakota here. And we had a tornado on the ground just seconds ago. Is that? Nope, these are flash flood warnings. There it is in Davenport. So here's the tornado that was on the ground just seconds ago in Davenport. Huge supercells here. And they're going, close to off the charts here. The barometric pressure is super low in these systems, and they're going to keep coming all night long. Look at the backup here. Now we're going to go to windy and see if they're doing this, right? We're going to see if they're doing this. If they are, I'm going to be pissed off. All right, now how do we tell if Uncle Sam's got his hand into it? I can already tell you he does. That's how we tell, right there. That's how we tell, right there. I see the assist. If you see irregular lightning here, look, that's how we tell, right there. It's something that they put in the skies to cause this irregular lightning. And ladies and gentlemen, it intensifies the storms big time, right? What do you say, Craft Paint? Where the hell have you been? Craft Paint, I thought you were in Mississippi for some reason. I want y'all to see how intense this is. Look at this. This little brown spot here. It was just used to intensify this stuff going in. I believe Miss Teresa lives in this area here, north of Davenport. And I will show y'all some cameras. Again, more crop being laid down here, and you'll see intense. Look at this. Intense lightning. It hasn't even gotten to this crop that's been laid down, right? When it does, look here. More crop being laid down. And it's Russia, 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 or China, 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 or is it JB? FJB. I think it's C. I'm going to do a poll. All right, we'll start with this poll, and then we're going to find out who you guys think it is. Y'all see the brown coming up everywhere, right? Look at the brown here. It just doesn't show up brown for fun. And then as soon as it hits that, it goes crazy on the radar. Look at the intense thunderstorms coming through here. It's going to be south of Miss Teresa, but we do have a lot more coming that direction. And you can see they're being intensified here and here. And, you know, Wendy's got some really great radar, I won't lie. This was hours ago. You can hear the pop, 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 pop. All right, so let's get that back on today. I do have the radar pulled up. We did have a tornado on the ground. There it is right there. Nope, that's flash flooding. It was near Davenport a bit ago. Well, I wanted to show you, back off and show you, we have supercells all the way down in the Texas Panhandle, in Kansas here, Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, Illinois. I mean, this is crazy, much larger than they anticipated it being. And look, that's a flash flood. So these are powerful storms headed towards Old Jerome. It looks like they're going to bounce over and hit Michigan for sure on this one. Again, we've already seen, I'll update this, 10 tornadoes today, all in this line. You know, a lot of this could have been the same tornado. It doesn't matter. Luckily, none of them are orange or red. Orange meaning property damage, red meaning personal damage or human damage, right? We're going to take a look. I've just updated this. We'll update this again. Kentucky's not that bad off right now. Although we'll take a look at Kentucky. Kentucky's right here. You got a couple little somethings. What we really have to worry about here, wow, Oklahoma has got a really big supercell. It's not even in the watch area. That's going to be a tornado right there. South of Stillwater, Oklahoma, another tornado here. It's going to be Kansas, near Independence, Kansas. Coffeyville, headed pretty much due east. And then when we get up to this is a mess, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put this in motion. How's everyone doing tonight? Pam, great to see you. Craft Paint. We love you, Craft. Thank you, Wild Heart. Appreciate you as well for just saying and noticing. But you know, I don't know what I do. Well, this is my destiny to try to protect everyone I can. What I'm going to try to do here is pull it up to real time. It's going to be about a minute or two behind. I want y'all, if you have friends or family in any of these areas, these are all going to be tornadoes here, or darn close to it. I believe Miss Teresa lives up here. She's getting, getting lucky as usual. I won't call it luck. I'll call it God's intervention. These are all supercells here. At any time, any of them could touch ground. And we've seen that 10 of them already have since 4:35 today. So it's been about 4 hours of tornadoes. No damage to any property, no damage to any humans. It's the good part. Can't believe we have supercells in Oklahoma as well as make sure I know where I am. Kansas, North Dakota, that's South Dakota, and Nebraska with this huge storm coming up the tail. These are all going to be supercells. I will show you all those again on the ground. Well, you know what? We saw a couple of tornadoes in downtown Los Angeles not a month ago. Downtown Los Angeles. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like a shooting gallery, right? And passing into Iowa here, we've got two large supercells. Miss Teresa, if you're watching, I'd be worried, but not for a couple of hours. We'll see where AI takes all this. Remember, we have supercells as far down as Oklahoma and one south of Amarillo in Texas. And we've got supercells in South Dakota. And this is going to be Nebraska, Kansas, nothing, right? Iowa, well, this looks like it could be trouble for our favorite reader right here. You can see all these big supercells. I'm going to show you all these on National Weather Radar, but before I do that, I'd like to put it in play using AccuWeather's AI. And you can see that nothing's deteriorating. And if I go on to, and remember, a lot of this area is already flooded, completely flooded. If I show y'all Iowa today, there's complete towns underwater. Watch this. Watch this. Y'all won't even believe it. It's hard to believe. So this is the dam that broke, kind of, I guess. See if we got any, wow. See if we got any good pictures. A bridge down in Iowa as well. This was the train bridge everybody's been talking about. Now, I thought it was Iowa where I saw the boats going through today. Look at this. This is from today, Smithland, Iowa. Look at the widespread flooding. I mean, the entire house and the grain tank is underwater. Absolutely unbelievable. It's a train bridge that went out yesterday.
We're going to go to Spencer, Iowa. That's where we find.
I think Spencer's just about underwater. Whoa! Road bridge collapses into Big Sioux River on Iowa-South Dakota border. There is some serious flooding. I've seen pictures of an entire city underwater. If anyone knows what's... Teresa, do you know what city is underwater here? So I could get to it a little bit quicker. I thought it was in Iowa, but maybe I'm mistaken. This was from today because I saw boats actually driving down Main Street in what looked like about 9 to 10 feet of water. All right, this is the railroad bridge that collapsed. The rainbows where the bridge collapsed. That's scary. Let's see. This is one of the towns underwater here in Iowa. Not quite sure. They're all out of electricity. Let's see what a power map looks like. If I can hit the right buttons, right? Gotta get my finger situated right. I'm about to show y'all again the storms and do the AI. But first, we're going to take a look at U.S. power outages. We're going to have well, it's like Indiana and Michigan are the worst too. And this is probably due to fires out here. I would think Iowa would be worse. Take a couple of quick looks here. Whoa! And that's the actual dam that went out. I did that report when it went out at 10:36 yesterday morning. This is the dam itself. That's the bridge that went out. All right, I'm going to expand this real quick. There's the railroad bridge that went out, guys. Not as big of a deal as some of the flooding, but they're making it one. There it is right there. Davenport, Iowa. So what we will do is wow. Minnesota. I'm going to put Davenport in just 1 second. There's the actual collapse of the dam. That's his car. A bunch of smart cookies there, right? Davenport. I watched it earlier, and I remember it was Davenport now that you mentioned that. They were just cruising in their boat here. This is, we hit latest. It's Davenport. Wow, guys, look at the first one. Look at the bridges. I put latest if you can't tell up here. Obviously, this is not the latest because I know Davenport's downtown area is underwater. And these are people trying to sell homes. Those homes won't be selling anytime soon. Wow, did I see something earlier? You had to have a bass boat or something like that to get through this area. Now, we're not getting the information I got earlier. So, we'll keep that up. And we're going to go to live radar here. So everything y'all see here in this weird line here, although this is a supercell here down in Texas, we've got supercells in Kansas, we have supercells in Illinois, we have supercells in Iowa, supercells in, well, Illinois, it's Missouri. So y'all do have a supercell in Missouri. Just one. And the light green is going to be hydraulic outlook. Never heard of it. Never heard of that ever occurring before. But this is our main area of concern. Although we have a supercell in Missouri, another supercell here in Kansas, supercell in Texas. We actually have some in Oklahoma too. You just can't see them on this map. We had this one on the ground in Davenport. We actually will go to radar here. And today and tomorrow, you guys are in trouble up there, right? Mystery Babylon. All right. See if there's any. That might be the tornado on the ground. Nope, that's just flash flooding. Flash flooding is burgundy. Look at all these supercells. I'm going to update this. How's everyone doing tonight? Miss Teresa, are you okay? Everything's been going okay? Hey, you Miss Crazy. We do have a tornado on the ground again here. Just popped up. And this is south of Davenport. The other one was near Davenport. We can see the tornado here south of Davenport. And it's on the ground, or radar indicates it's on the ground. It's going to be just south of I-80 and headed almost due east, but really there's a little southern tilt to this, I've noticed. So, what I'm worried about for Miss Teresa is this storm coming up here. It looks like really, really strong, almost off the chart. I see some blue. Watch the blues and purples right here. See the blue and purple? That's the strongest F5 tornado right there. Watch the blue right there. I'll try to stop it there. Now, right now, we're not seeing that, but right there, if y'all can see it, that's the lowest barometric pressure that we know of. That's an F5 tornado. The very white is bad enough, right? F3 tornado. But if you get into the blue, the pink or blue, which I see blue here, you're talking about an F5 tornado. And ladies and gentlemen, these supercells look like they're 20 miles wide. Obviously. Now we do have that tornado on the ground. We're going to back out here. This has just been updated. This is National Weather Service radar. We have supercells in Kansas. We have supercells in Oklahoma. We have supercells in the panhandle of Texas. Just south of Amarillo. Just north of Oklahoma City. Right here on the border, 2 supercells. And then this line, this is the real line here. And I believe Miss Teresa lives right in this area here. It looks like, see that line there? Looks like they're screwing around again. Let's zoom in and see if we can find north of Davenport. I bet if I go to Google Maps and go directly north of Davenport, I'm going to find SB-R1. What is it? Is it SB? That's an SPX-1, right? SPX-1 is HARP, but today's HARP, right? There's 11 of them, and they probably have SPX, navaltechnology.com, X-band radar, SPX-1. There's probably XPS-2s. They're actually self-propellant. They have crews of 100. They have a helipad, crews of 150 to 200 people. And this ship actually can pick them up and carry them, which is kind of neat. They have them all over the globe, but we're going to zoom in here and we're going to see if there's an SPX-1 there. I bet you there's a ground unit right there. I don't even bet you. I know there is. All right, let's get up to Davenport. Why my finger's not working right? Davenport's much larger than I thought it would be. I won't lie to you guys. So, just north of Davenport, of course, it's going to be an airport. Now, let's see if we can find something that says National Weather Service on it. I'm pretty sure that we will be able to right here. Or a big circular dome. It's going to be right in here somewhere. We might have located this one before, but that's what's doing this. It's the Amazon Fulfillment Center. I'm looking for the national weather. If I go by it, guys, y'all let me know. Regularly, you'll see a white dome. That's what's causing this crap in this area particularly. Well, we knew there'd be an airport there, right? Kraft Heinz Davenport? Come on. Oh, wow. Look. This has all been taken out. We're not allowed to see all of this. All this on Google Maps. Look how big the area is. My gosh. Look how big the area is we're not allowed to see. That is wild. I've never seen an area that big blocked off on Google Maps. This entire area here is blocked off on Google Maps. We'll real quickly look for the National Weather Center. I remember seeing it in this area. Fiddler Technologies. You better watch them. Alright, well, we're not going to spend too much time, but we know exactly what's occurring. My question is, well, why is this all blocked out? It's a lot of acreage to be blocked out, guys. They must got something going on. All north of the airport, 100% no satellite photos. Talking about hundreds of square miles. I don't know if that's where ICBMs are or what's going on. That I can't tell you. We'll leave that up. We'll leave that up. That's a dam. I did a report on it. It's like the water is receding here. That's the train bridge. I guess this is going to be Little Sioux River. Wreaks havoc, right? Wow. I didn't know the Central Plains were floodplains. Unbelievable. I haven't seen that much water drop. Look at this. The whole city is underwater. Let's see where we're at here. Northwest Iowa. Governor Kim Reynolds, 15 inches of rain. I can't believe 15 inches of rain does that. Personally, I can't. All right, let's get back on board. Update this. See if we have tornadoes on the ground. We are getting lucky here. We had several tornadoes on the ground. As I showed you guys earlier, we've had 10 tornadoes hit today. We'll update this. The last one at about 7 o'clock. No damage to buildings and no damage to humans thus far, which is a Christmas miracle in June, right? So there's a good thing. There's always a good side. We do have a tornado now on the ground. This happened so quick, right? There it is right there. I'm not familiar with this area. I know North Platte. It's going to be Nebraska, isn't it? North Platte, Nebraska. Well, actually, we'll pull up the radar and we'll figure out exactly what it is, because there it is. Wow. Look, there's another SP. I guarantee you we're going to find it. Look, I guarantee Thomas County. If we go to Thomas County right there where the road does that, let's get over to Google Maps. United States Forest Service Street, Thomas. Okay, we're going to do Thomas. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is Nebraska here. Yes. Thomas, Nebraska. All right, so real quickly, see Thomas. I said that we're right on top of it, right? Okay, there is the arc in the road. Match it up. To this crop right here. A really hard arc near Thomas, Nebraska. I guess that's going to be it right there. Zoom in. We're in the middle of nowhere. I don't see anything that looks like it could be a weather center here. The heck is this? What is this? It's the biggest windmill in the world, or what? What is this? What in the hell are they doing? It's all blacked out. What is this? This looks like a windmill, but it would have to be the biggest windmill in the world. Obviously, that's where everything's coming from, whatever this is. I don't know what it is, or I would tell you guys. We'll zoom in, and we'll make sure that we're doing the right thing. Yep, we're doing the right thing. Road goes over. We should be right about where we were. Probably never find that again, right? Does anyone know what the heck that was? Here it is up here. Well, a lot of this looks like it's been manipulated, obviously, by Google Maps. Is this the windmill? Oh, God. This is, like, this has all been pixelated. And here you can't, there's the windmill again, but it's switched since we've been back. All the roads go right into this deal, whatever the heck it is. I don't even think this is the same one we were at. Scary stuff. Scary stuff for sure. These people, you know what? Looks like flash flooding there. We'll back this up and we'll see what these tornadoes are doing. See if we still have something on the ground here. Working through as fast as we can, guys. We still do have a tornado on the ground. We're going to put it in motion. This is Nebraska. It's just got on the ground, staying on the ground. Really, there's not much in the area except for the biggest windmill I've ever seen. Swamp gas alert. This is the line of thunderstorms. I believe Teresa lives near this right here, this area through here. Now, don't worry, Miss Teresa. That's 100 miles I just showed them, so I'm not giving you. You might live further south than there. You want to call in and give us a quick report and read later? I'd love to hear what you have to say about the Army National Guard. That's worse. You want to call in and give us a quick report and maybe read in a bit? Because we're going to watch these tornadoes. Love to hear how you're doing. You've got my number, so I guess if you want to call, you will. Love to hear what you're talking about the National Guard. And if you're still north of this, which I think you are north of this, right? Now, this is all headed almost due east. Almost due east. William, why are you buffering? We're only covering tornadoes. James Kaufman, World News Report today. Who am I speaking with?
Good evening, it's Teresa, and you have permission.
All right, Miss Teresa, I'm wondering, is everything okay?
Everything went north and south of us, and just a beautiful sky.
That's hard to believe.
Oh, I mean beautiful sky.
Keep reading, right?
Even a rainbow.
I bet y'all do. Well, do you see all that's headed your way, right? In Nebraska here?
Well, what that area you were looking at in Davenport that's all blacked out is the Army National Guard.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a huge area.
It is. It's a big one.
So they don't want us seeing what's going on there.
No, there's lots going on there.
There must be. I was wondering if it was...
The big double deckers.
I was wondering if it was ICBM or what it was, but I knew it was something. I didn't know that they had National Guard bases that big. I mean, that was what?
Oh, it's huge, and the hangars are huge for their.
Those triangular things.
Yeah. And that's where the ball you were looking for is also there.
Oh, I'm sure it is. But which is so sad. I mean,
that's just about an hour from me.
The ranks have no idea what's going on, but when you see exactly how things develop and what develops them, we all know these white balls, they're not doing any good. Why are they 5G and 6G? You have to first ask the question, and I'm sure that when I show you an SPX1, hell, I found out about that 5 years ago. HARP is 1980.
I didn't know about them until you told me about them.
Well, I bet there's a 2 or 3 now, right?
Right.
I'm guessing. I mean, since they're kind of dated as well. When people say HARP, I almost laugh because that was like 1984. And I told y'all, they just gave that facility to the University of Alaska. They don't give away anything. Now, it could heat the ionosphere up, but not like these domes do, right? They project onto the ionosphere and heat up the area, and that causes what? Thunderstorms.
Yeah.
So you're somewhere here off the... It must be going south of you.
I'm up there on that blue dot up there.
Yeah, right here where my cursor is, where I thought you were.
Yep, that's right where I'm at.
I knew it. I pointed that earlier when you probably weren't listening or watching yet.
Right on the Mississippi River,
Yeah.
Iowa, Illinois.
So what I want you to look at them for sure, not trying to scare you, you know that. Look at what's developing to your west and headed right over to you. And
I'm not afraid.
Oh, and if you were, you wouldn't be who you are, right? I am never fearful.
That's a big tornado on the ground right now.
Yeah, right there in Nebraska. Yes, ma'am. I try to tell you all this was because I actually pointed the blue dot and I said, Teresa's right about here.
They're after the beef.
Right? Or they're just after our food. Any way they can get it. All the crops, all the beef, all the corn.
Oh my gosh, Dr. Joey. Oh my gosh, Dr. Joey, I'm so sorry. Wow.
Wow. So we had an oak tree too fall on the, I know. You're like beach house, like you have an oak tree there. You haven't been to Mississippi. They're all over the beach, and there's islands offshore with oak trees. It's very hard to understand. It's kind of like Georgia. Unless you've been there, you can't imagine it, right? So luckily ours fell on the carport. Very, very sad to hear this. Now, where is he at, DJ? Kalamazoo, Michigan. I know where Kalamazoo is. Isn't that Michigan? Or is that Wisconsin? Michigan, yes, ma'am. Well, gosh, Michigan has not had yet, although they're about to have several tornadoes. They have nothing yet. Now, we'll show y'all. Again, we've had 10 tornadoes. And look, Miss Teresa, I mean, they blessed you and jumped. I won't lie. And the last one was at 7 p.m., 2 hours and 20 minutes ago. Although we do have 2 more that have not been reported here. And
well, if you can find the winds, there was the derecho with the storms that went through.
Of course.
South of us, so that's going to be hitting on the east of us, sometime soon. Somebody's going to be having those 80-mile-an-hour winds.
All right, so I have winds, and let's see how fast they're really running over. We got 40. And, I'm not saying that
our local news station said 80.
Right. So I'm not saying that Wendy's always right, guys. But they're claiming 40, which is still almost tropical storm level, right? And this is more so in Missouri and I guess Iowa too, and Nebraska as well, and all of it's headed right south of you somehow, right? So let's hope that continues, right?
God answers prayers.
There you go. And you know what? If you do your deeds and you have faith, I won't say you don't have to pray, but you're protected at that point. And my huge storm cleaned up in Houston in 5 days. Period. Everything. And in Mississippi, I went back 3 or 4 years after Katrina, and there's still everything was not cleaned. Nothing was cleaned up. So, and I'm not saying it's easy to clean up. I mean, y'all got huge flooding, which could take, and there's more fronts coming. We'll take a look at that. Could take weeks, if not longer, to subside, right?
Right.
And I want to get a look at what's next for you guys. Not to try to. Luckily, it looks like you guys have. This is into Wednesday tomorrow, guys. Looks like they're gonna have. It says
I'm spending the day in the pool tomorrow.
It looks like you're gonna have a good day tomorrow, and really nothing substantial until maybe Thursday. Maybe Thursday. So,
yeah, they've already predicted storms for Thursday.
Good times as always, right?
You are exactly right.
Here in Bizarre World. Yes, I'm bizarre enough to be right. Hopefully, no one got hurt at Dr. Joey's brother's home. Well, I wanted to check on you. Hopefully you'll call back in a bit and do some reading for us. And
Just let me know when.
yeah, open that magic book because you always have the right things to say. Now we have the only book.
The only book that matters.
Now we have 2 tornadoes on the ground, guys, but they're both in Nebraska. And if anyone is in Nebraska, warn your friends and family. Nebraska, Iowa, into Illinois, into Michigan, Wisconsin. This obviously it always lets up about 10:30 at night when it gets cool enough,
They
right?
lose the energy from the sun going down.
That's right. It just depends on how hot it is there, and I saw that it was hot as heck where you're at.
100 degrees today.
Was it? So there was a heat warning over all these states, guys, which will make this last till probably
The
10:30.
city of Peoria right now has 70-mile-an-hour winds with 15,000 power outages. So that's the storm that went south of me.
Now this is going to sound dumb because this is an area I'm not familiar with. Is
Peoria is
Iowa?
it's Illinois, but it's north of Springfield, but south of me.
Oh, I bought a BMW out of Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah. So that tells you right where it's at.
Yeah.
So they got,
So that's right where
it's a pretty good sized city, and they got power outages. And
So Davenport, really, when the tornado was on the ground there, when I started the show about 30 minutes ago, it wasn't too far away from you.
no, it's just an hour away from me. Yeah, they have pictures on the local news of the tornado.
Oh, did they really? Maybe
Yeah.
I should go look here. Davenport.
And if you look for KWQC, is where they have pictures of the
Well, they regularly will post here, but we'll see.
tornado on there.
Look at this. Davenport, everyone's calling it out. All the weather channels are calling this one out. Must have really been serious.
I think they had 2 tornadoes over there.
Yeah, I'll jump back up because that's what I'm seeing here too. 2 tornadoes. Or, yep, 1, 2. Do y'all see or maybe 3. See the boxes here? Maybe 3.
Yeah, it could have been 3. But the third one was almost to the ground, but not all the way.
Well, let me tell you, that third one was darn close. Do you live north of the river there that comes in? Is that the Platte River, or what is that river? It wouldn't
That's
be.
the Mississippi, honey. I'm right on.
No. There's one that runs the other direction towards the west that I'm looking at here.
That's the Rock River.
Okay, and it comes into the Mississippi. You're right north of that. Boy, this barely. I mean, you say 60 miles, and I know that's a good ways because I've been within a few miles of them lately. But that's pretty close. Too close for comfort, right?
I was just enjoying the beautiful skies.
So y'all have no rain, hail, nothing?
We got very little rain, and that's it. Nothing else.
Well, God bless. That's awesome news, really. So I wanted to ask you about Jared's picture. It looked like there were 2 jets and then one jet in front of it that had been blown up. Or
MiG-17.
Did you hear?
No, ma'am.
That was a MiG-17 flying with the F-22
Raptors.
Raptors.
So, God, that's an old plane, a MiG-17. It looked like the front of it had something wrong with it. I mean, my eyes are getting bad, but it did look that way. Is that an air show or something that y'all had?
Yeah, he went to the air show.
Okay. I mean, that's all it could be with that plane. Y'all got to realize, guys, we only have under 60 F-22s left. We lost a bunch of them in a tornado. We were supposed to have over 350 made. We ended up with 120. 60 of those are now being used for parts. and they've moved on to the F-35-2 Lightning, which is a POS. Now, I think y'all know what POS means, right? Piece of...
Angel, you better call her and check on her. They're getting some pretty good storms and high winds down there.
Who's that, ma'am?
Angel Mississippi.
40 miles from Peoria.
Yeah, they need to go back to F-22 production. It's a great jet.
Yeah, it's compared to the F-35-2 Lightning, anything's a great jet. Although it has the vertical takeoff, who cares if it won't take off? Right? I mean, there's so many problems with that plane. You know, they actually bought parts from China for the plane. Who does that? Biden?
Dumbos.
Named Joey. So, I wanted to check on you guys. You guys are good. If anything does pop up, y'all shout out and let us know.
We're good here. We're good. That one that's in Nebraska, it's going to be, it's got to go all the way across Nebraska and Iowa before it gets to me.
It'll probably be cool.
It'll be gone by then.
Now, I do want to show you, because I love you, Mom, stepmom. Look at tomorrow, just so you'll know. It's not moving very far. Now, tomorrow, they mean starting at midnight, right? So, this is tomorrow on this screen right here. It completely covers you. And I don't know, they change these predictions as quick as I can say.
Boy, they do. That's what these here, the storms too, they dropped out of nowhere. Those tornadoes, boom, there was a tornado.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't even a warning for tornadoes.
There was not one. That's why I didn't go live when I told you. When I told you there's nothing happening. And now we've got a supercell in Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. This is right now the second.
They pop up out of nowhere.
And none of that is still in the tornado box, but it's actually happening as we speak. Well, God bless you guys. We're going to hear from y'all in a bit, and y'all stay safe.
Thank you for keeping us all informed and safe. We love you.
Hey, we love you. And everything, Miss Teresa, I mean, I have a real good idea. I mean, everything looks like it just steers around Joe. It is crazy. She lives on the bend here.
I'm serious when I tell you God answers prayers.
All right. Well, it looks like that's the facts, Jack. So that entire area was a guard. I couldn't figure it out. All I could think was maybe our ICBMs are there or something. That's it. All right, well, we'll call y'all back or get in touch. Oh, we have 2 tornadoes on the ground now over in Nebraska. Very soon, we're going to take a look at some space. They've got GOES and everything shut down, guys. I have no idea. Did y'all watch that we have a new GOES satellite that was launched today?
That was hilarious.
Oh, my Lord. They just popped up, so I popped it up. I mean, that was the quickest I ever put a video together in my life. I got it, about 6 minutes out? And I only found out 10 minutes out. And there's like 6 softwares I have to pull up. So I was like, and then it's so weird that GOES is still out. I'm about to show you all that. We're going to call you back shortly, within the hour, and hopefully everything's cool still then.
Okay, dear.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, I wanted to show y'all real quickly that everything's still out here, okay? I don't know why. If I knew why, they don't even know why. I did a video on it. They said they don't even know why. Watch this. Watch. Even my D-region absorption prediction center won't work, so I can't tell if there was a flare during the 14 hours that it was down. It won't even roll. Nothing rolls. Out of service. Electron content. Out of service. Everything is not working. And this looks like it's... Guess what that is? 3664 right there. We'll see if it'll roll. It's not, well, it's rolling. This is GOES 16, the older GOES satellite. I guess we have GOES U now, shot into orbit. Watch, this only covers about the last hour and a half, and we do see a flare coming from this area here. But everything else is out. And I will show you the gap here. Excuse me, guys, if I can. Alright, so I have no idea. And NOAA themselves, if y'all watch my video, we're running an M baseline for about 6 hours, 8 hours yesterday. First time I've ever seen it. And then they just, all that stuff in red, they drew that in. No telling what happened for these. Let's see. That is 1400. And that's going to be about 22, 14, 16 hours. 16 hours of goes down. Right? With nothing. 2 tornadoes, 3 tornadoes on the ground currently. I also want to show you guys that there are no big earthquakes to speak of, or of course I would have reported it. You guys know I check everything all the time. And my phone beeps with certain thresholds of just about everything. Now we'll go ahead and we'll check for space weather here. I want to use the good one. I know it's way down here. I apologize. And look, a damn geomagnetic storm and 6 hours of geomagnetic disturbance on Boulder. Nothing on estimated planetary, but a geomagnetic storm on College. But where did it come from, James? Well, this looks like an event. This looks like it probably was an event as well. This could have come from some of the explosions that are around the limb, being part of the Parker Geomagnetic Connection, Parker Spiral Geomagnetic Connection. That's for Stephen Burns that always uses the wrong words and pisses me off, right? What a joker. Why don't you go to school, get an education? Excuse me. Gosh. Because of Earth's electromagnetic field, we're connected. No. That's not it. And all the ladies are like, thank you for the wonderful knowledge. I'm thinking, huh? Diane, you out? Are you okay? Hopefully everything is okay. Is Caterpillar gone from Peoria now? Now that, I don't know if anyone knows, is worship. Prayers show faith. Prayers are answered. Well, I like that, Kathy. I will be in agreement with that. So, of course, the ball and chain here, and of course the tornadoes here. And that's gonna be what we're looking for right there that we can't see, causing all the havoc. I mean, is it the green windmills? Let's see how far that is away. So it's just right on the road there after it takes a jivvy left, right? There is nothing out here that they're going to show us, at least. Not a darn thing, guys. We're definitely in the right spot. Should be. Right in here somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. I usually find a big white ball or dome when I see that signature. We did see the green windmill that was the biggest windmill I've ever seen. What in the... There's the windmill again, but it's changed. What is this? See the windmill? You know how big that windmill would have to be? And what's this? It's all pixelated, right? Every road leads into whatever the heck this is. Now, the windmill is pumping water from this? I don't know. I truly don't know. And look how pixelated this trash is. So, my guess, wow, they're not going to show us anything here. Nothing. If anyone has the full-on Google Maps, let me know what you guys see. But there it is, right off of 83 in Nebraska. I remember being able to find it before, but they probably didn't like that much, right? Northwest Iowa. Yeah, and I had heard southern Minnesota, or the southeastern part of Minnesota, because of the dam. That's what I heard. Which would be in this area here. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like everything's going to be okay. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with another live. God bless you guys all. I think this is going to be okay for now. Remember, this stretches all the way down to Texas. Is that a tornado popping up there in Amarillo? It's flash flood. These are all supercells. North of Oklahoma City, north of Kansas City, 2 tornadoes on the ground in Nebraska, and I think we're going to all be okay. We're going to come back here shortly, in about 19 minutes, with another live. I want to go over all the problems we're having with the cluster bomb. I'm probably going to get in trouble. That the U.S. gave, many of them, gave to Ukraine. Did you hear that Zelensky had to fire all of his staff because they were plotting an ass kicking on him? My question is when has the U.S. government had enough of him? He's a disco dancer in high heels with leather. He fits in perfect with the Biden administration, right, after the last hire. But trust me, he's more than expendable. He can steal all the money he wants, but it's more than expendable, and they'll just get it right out of those accounts after they do what they're going to do. And we all know what that is. I hope he realizes his time is gone. Time over. Time up. Enjoy the show, right? They're about to take him down. Listen, they call me always right on the floor trading for 7 years for a reason. I'm always right about things that someone besides me tells me. And I won't go into who. I'm just saying that Zelensky's time is extremely limited. Extremely limited. I will be surprised if he lives through, and Putin could take him out any moment he wanted to, but they need these wartime economies, right? They need them. Watch. Bush and Putin in Mason robes. Watch how many pictures there are. I showed my friend. There's the Prime Minister of Japan that they took out. I showed my friend tonight. Look how many times that they do this stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look, everyone's best of friends, except for us, right? Except for us. And they need that wartime economy. With a small war, they really don't want a big war, because we would be in a deep depression without the wartime economy. So I always like to throw a little bit of truth in there for you guys. Make sure you're watching and keep you awake, right? They're all more than connected. They're relatives, if you want the truth. And I think we all know the truth. So, as a gentleman, God bless. Please share, please subscribe. We'll be back at 10 p.m. Central Time here with another live. Stick around because it's going to get crazy if they let me broadcast. Again, thank y'all. Love you guys. Please share. Thanks for all the super chats. And thanks for all the coffees. I'm just positive. I just couldn't hear the buzzer. Couldn't hear the buzzer on the super chats and the coffees. So I'll leave a coffee link here for anyone that wishes. I want to shout out to Greg out of the UK, who always buys coffee for us every time he gets paid. Greg, if you don't think it's much appreciated, it's more than much appreciated. And we have a couple other people that do that too, but I want to give a special shout out to Greg, because, he's never spoken chat, but I wanted him to know I pay attention. I try to write you back and couldn't figure out how to. Really appreciate the cups of coffee that you buy every time you're paid. It means a lot to the channel, and it helps everyone move further along into more truth. With that said, anyone that buys a cup of coffee helps the channel along big time, and super chats make me feel awesome. And Miss Donna has been buying a lot of memberships. Also want to thank Miss Donna Brown, one of our very top subscribers. Thank you guys. Please share. Please subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World. Hey, Lois, we'll be back at about 10, maybe 10:05. Things don't go right. God bless.